Hey, MFLers, welcome to week 3. The K-Mish is on PTO this week, although I guess it's TO because I'm not getting paid for this. Anyways, I'm celebrating my 1-year anniversary with my girlfriend, and in honor of her, I'm going to release a video that was kept in the archives until the appropriate time, and I think it'll make sense why now is a good time to release it. But also, some of you have been contributing this week. Appreciate that as well. It's got to work on how succinct you are in your analysis of some of these games. They carry on a little bit. Not to worry, the K-Mish will be back in full effect next week for week 4. But without further ado, I present to you for your consideration, although really doesn't matter anymore, Sheridan Scala.
Hey MFL, my name is Sheridan Scala. I'm originally from Owatonna, Minnesota, a town of 35,000 people directly south of the Twin Cities. From there I shipped off to Madison, Wisconsin, where I was a Badger for my college career. Along the way, through friends, I was able to meet Kevin, who I believe you guys call the K-Mish. The other day, Kevin called me up with an interesting opportunity to interview for this exclusive league, and I have jumped all over that opportunity. I have formulated a resume, which I will send to each of you via email or Google Docs for your personal review. At this time, I figured it would be best to have a reference speak on my behalf so you can get a better understanding of who I am.
Hey MFL, it's the Commission's girlfriend here, and since I'm amazing at sports, how do you think Kevin won last year? I wanted to give my full endorsement to Sheridan Scala. An impressive addition to any league, Sheridan even has a Facebook group dedicated to his athleticism. Pro tip, if you want to get under his skin, just call him Sheridan 3 Sports Scala. The guy hates it. He might be a freak combination of Peyton Manning, Babe Ruth, and Kobe Bryant, but rest assured, any team that Sheridan Scala roots for is going to lose. Footnote, see any and all Minnesota sports. Look at that face. Okay, so you're wondering, what does this mean for me, Tara? This means you are one step closer to the championships because Sheridan's teams inevitably let him down. In addition to that, bonus points. You now have someone else to roast in your group messages. You are welcome.
Thank you, Tara. With that being said, a smart person once told me that it's all about who you surround yourself with. That's what I'm hoping to gain by being accepted into the MFL. While I know that there's no chance of me winning a league with such well-regarded fantasy legends, I'm hoping that I'll be able to learn from you, which in turn would allow me to win in my other fantasy leagues. I hope you guys will consider me for your position. Have a great day.
Heading into week 3, we have 4 MFLers tied for the lead in correctly predicted matchups, with Brandon and Will being the only two to pick over 50% of the games right in the first 2 weeks. The rich homie Saquon led all other teams with the most week 2 top starters. Week 2 saw a few top performers left on the bench, with 4 free agents ranking in, 3 of which have been picked up since. The rest of the country division currently led by the bell-less Cuddy Belcow, 4 teams tied at 1-1, and Dino ringing in the rear hasn't scored a ton of points, but to be fair has the most points scored against him in the league. For Netflix and Chill and Chalupa Batman lead the San Diego Boys division as 2 of the only 3 teams left undefeated in the entire league, with 2 other teams at 1-1 and the final 2 at 0-2. Plenty of shake-up with the power rankings in week 2, which probably means I'll release them a bit early. No matter. The rich homie Saquon and Saved by the Bell power rank 1 and 2, but link rank 4 and 5, with Chalupa Batman really the only person having the benefit of an easy schedule so far, at least the power rankings say so. For the first time in MFL history, the K-Mish yields. The rest is on you guys.
Landon and the Process versus Dean and Titties and Beer. Really going to come down to 2 things this week. Landon has 2 players, Stephon Diggs and Dalvin Cook, going up against the defense of maybe the worst NFL team that any of us have seen in our lifetimes in the Buffalo Bills. And if this league has shown us anything, it is that there's a high probability of Dean losing one of his players to IR at any given time. So with that being said, I'm going to be trusting the Process and going with Landon on this one.
In the matchup this week of TD in your mouth versus Mixing Substances, I think we got a battle. Potential game of the week material here. Could go either way. B-Rad Mixing Substances has a completely brand new team and revamped and looks much better than the one I played against in week 1 that beat me. It's a squad that he should be proud of. TD, meanwhile, has got Chris Carson, the backup Seahawks running back, as his flex, which scares me. But at the end of the day, TD's wide receivers, just too much. for Brad's running backs. 10-point Tevin is going to be 20-point Tevin to win this thing. I just don't know if he can do it. So it's tough. It's a barn burner, but I'm going to give the slight edge to TD in your mouth this week.
In this week's Lame of the Week, we have the 0-2 Just Win Maybes taking on the surprisingly division-leading 2-0 Cuddy Bell Cows. Now their team looking much like they did a couple weeks ago thanks to the Fnatic dropping, adding, and trading we've seen. Both teams rolling out pretty atrocious lineups. Probably end up being in a tie, but in my expert opinion, I'm probably going to have to roll over here. First win of the week. Just Win Maybe, taking this one by a nose. Honestly, just because Ron's on my shit list, dumpster fire. But really, expect a lot of single digits and a forecast of maybe a couple offers on this one. Yep.
Hey boys, Sheridan, aka Worst Manager here. Although the experts give Kyle a 62% chance of winning, I feel this is going to be a closer matchup than anticipated. Zeke, DJ, and Saquon struggle with their anemic offenses, leading this to be a little close one, while Lamar Miller scores 2 touchdowns, leaving Brandon a chance with Mike Evans Monday night to steal a W.
My fellow comrades of the MFL, this is yours truly, Titties and Beer, a.k.a. I've lost more times than we've had weeks going into week 3. Already have 3 losses. Don't know how that's even possible, a.k.a. Dean. I think I'm going to go with Sheridan here just because of the caliber of his combination between Christian. I'm white, but I'm not Jewish because my first name's Christian McCaffrey, having the second total targets behind the one and only Michael Thomas, who's also on his team. And Will, God bless you, man. You do more homework than everybody here. Maybe this is a strategic play, but Fournette, man, he's done, dude. I have him in my other league. That means he has better had saved his money because he's probably never going to see the inside of an NFL game after the next time he walks off the field due to injury, of course. So this one, I'm going to go with Sheridan here, blitz all night, squeaking out a very close win, 121 to 117.62. Yours truly, over and out. Have a great week, guys. Take care.
For Netflix and Chill, reporting live from Bayside High to break down a rematch at the 2018 finals that sets the stage for Week 3's Game of the Week. It's Saved by the Bell versus Chalupa Batman. Running back-wise, K-Mish wins this one here. Todd Gurley might be the number 1 fantasy back in all of football, and Saved by the Bell front office might have found a Dustin diamond in the rough with James Conner. Plus, we're still waiting to see if LaShawn McCoy gets called into Principal Belding's office and handed a suspension. Wide receivers, each team going with 3 wideouts. It's an easy comparison. K-Mish has his own Zach, Slater, and Screech trio of Adams, Thomas, and Crabtree. Defensive breakdown. K-Mish is a little more invested in the Minnesota culture this year and has made some moves to snag their defense. It's Josh Allen versus the Vikes or Andrew Luck versus the Eagles. I'll go with the rookie's second start against a tough defense. The Vikings are going to win this one. Overall, Kevin's team Saved by the Bell is going to make like Zach Morris and put the Powell and Kelly Kapowski and knock off Chalupa this week. Kevin, 132.3. Casey, 115.4. Will Coombs, live from Bayside High, ESPN.
What up, fellas? This is Landon, a.k.a. The Process, and I'm here to welcome you to Week 3 and this week's fantasy advice from a non-fantasy expert. Now, first of all, I'm going to start with the team name, The Process. Y'all might be thinking, geez, Landon, The Process, that's a long word. What does that mean? What it means is that you're in it for the long haul and you're making decisions for a good, sustainable team. You know how many weeks last year it took me to get to my first win? 7! Yikes. 7 was a lot. This year, what is it? 2. Week 2, baby. That's called a meteoric rise. I'm coming in hot, baby. So guess what I get to do? Fucking chill in Maui, baby. While all y'all are fabbing, I'm out here just fucking kicking back and loving my team. So, have a great week. Brad, I'm a DM you. I got a great offer. It'll be great for me, for both of us. Take care. Love y'all. Talk to you soon. Peace.